top 10 slashers. Okay.
Top 10 slash.
I think number 10 is going to be Valentine.
Valentine at number 10? Valentine at number 10. Explain yourself. You know how many great slasher films there are, and you just put Valentine in your top 10.
Valentine is a fantastic slasher.
Tell me about it.
Welcome, everybody. Hello. Good evening.
What is
Welcome
happening?
to March's Planet Dirty. This is the Leprechaun versus Uncle O'Grimacy Shamrock Shakedown, plus the ranking of the Leprechauns franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan, I like your hat. You look good.
Groovy, isn't it? I love it.
You look dynamite, dude.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Let's get to this real quick. Saturn Video with the $20. He says, as burning DVDs fly over a nuclear wasteland, Danky Kang has been torn to shreds. It is revealed that JPB has been the Nutty Loon virus itself, and he enters CHH's bloodstream. CHH's eyes begin to glow red. Doom ensues. God, man, this story is taking twists and turns.
Oh, yeah.
You know? It's pandemonium. Thank you so much, Saturn Video. God bless you, dude. Thank you so much. Always supportive, dude. Always supportive. Brandon, dude, I'm excited tonight. I've got my I don't know if you got yours, dude. I've got the large. I went large and in charge. Did you get the upside down like the
I did.
Anime?
There it is. Yep.
What do you think
I thought
about
this is a large. Did I not order a large? Yours looks way bigger than this one.
This is a large, brother.
This is supposed to be a large. Maybe there's just different types of cups. I don't know.
But
I'm going to try this tomorrow. The new chicken nugget sauce, whatever it is, that chili sauce.
In the shake?
McDonald's. No, not in the shake. Some kind of new meal they got. Maybe in the shake. I don't know.
Just put it all in the shake. Oh, man, let's try it. Somebody says Brandon's hands are just bigger.
Like yours has the line thing here.
Yeah, I got a large, dude.
I think those bastards ripped me off. Oh, it says large. Mine says large right here.
So does mine.
What the hell's happening here?
Maybe Florida has like a healthy thing going on over there.
It looks like yours is in a soda cup, maybe. Mine's in a shake. That means
Brett,
you got more. I'm pissed.
Do you want to get the are you guys ready for the screenshot? Y'all ready? All right, Brett, are you ready to hold it? You'll tell us when to stop. We're gonna go as long as you say.
As long as I say, or as long as they say?
As long as you say. You're gonna tell me to do the pose.
I'm not gonna tell us when to stop. I'm not gonna say it. How about the audience tells us when to stop? As soon as I see someone say stop, I'll stop.
Okay. All right.
So I can hold it for 2 hours, you know?
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Justin Smith said
Justin,
stop.
the son of a bitch. Y'all know what to do. Screenshot, send them to me and all that. Brandon, let's see who we got with us tonight. Of course, Saturn Video. We've got Iron Wolf. We've got CR. We've got Justin Smith, that rat son of a bitch. We've got Retro Ryan. We got Wander This World 97. Ian Lives. Iron Wolf. Maximiliano Martinez. Chris Cullen. Good Morning Chan. Who else we got here? Antanas, how are you? Ryan DOG. Akeem, how are you, Akeem? 350 HXC, how are you? Lou Mail. Richard Stange. It's good to see everybody here tonight. I think we got there we go. Dude Loves Movies with a $5 super chat. Let me give you a little something, brother.
There he is.
Let's see. Let me find a classic.
Make it with just the kernels, add your salt in there after it's finished, and instead of shaking it up with that popcorn butter oil stuff you're talking about, use some grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and salt, it'll change your life. I swear to Christ.
Classic.
Classic. $5. He says, "You boys better not sleep on the third act of Leprechaun Back to the Hood. Best third act of the franchise." We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. Thank you so much, Cody. Appreciate that, brother. Brandon, I mean, listen, dude, the people want to talk Leprechaun tonight. I want to talk Leprechaun tonight. I'm assuming you want to talk Leprechaun tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So are you ready to kick things off? Do you want me to go over the rules for everybody?
Let's go over the rules, and then I'm ready.
So, guys, if you've been keeping score at home, we found we seem to have found a platform that you guys seem to enjoy. I'm going to pull up a movie, and we're going to talk about the movies, and we're going to give our scores, and then we're going to get the audience median score for the movie, and we're going to see which one has the highest rating, Brandon. And I'll be honest with you, there's a couple that could get the highest rating. Like, it's not a clear winner to me. There's a couple that I think is going to take the sweep tonight.
Yeah.
But I also, Brandon, I think there's going to be a surprise tonight. Like, there may be one that we think is going to get a low rating, but you'll be surprised. And I think the people may be pretty high on said movie. I have a guess on this, but I guess we're going to find out.
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? So, guys, let's get going. Who's ready? Drop a like on the show. Do I need to be a son of a bitch tonight and see how many likes we got? Let me see. Let me see what these people are doing tonight.
74 watching with 22 likes.
Oh, that's bullshit. That is bullshit.
We're doing horrible numbers tonight.
It says we got 45 likes. Guys, let's get at least up to 60 likes. Jesus Christ. We got to get to 60 likes. We're going to get the show rolling. Come on, guys, meet me halfway. I made a lot of title cards tonight. I've got title cards. You guys are gonna love my title cards.
Dude, my shake is way too sweet. Holy crap!
I think it's yeah, mine is too, but I love it. Hey, I got the Oreo one too. The Shamrock Oreo one.
That's not real.
Sydney, bring me the Oreo one. They don't think it's real. Yeah, dude. Okay.
Sweet. Don't drink them all.
No, I'm not going to drink them all. I might actually swap this out and drink that one. Okay, look, let's get going. Let's just get going. Let's have a good time tonight, Brandon. All right, so guys, we're going to start. Guys, just drop a like as the show goes on. How about that? We're at 56. I'll count it for now. All right, guys, let's get going. We're going to start things out with where's the card? I know I uploaded them. Hold on, Brandon. Let me see something. I think my StreamYard might have screwed me.
Uh-oh.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start. You want to start backwards, or do you want to start frontwards?
Whatever you're gonna do is fine. I have my list written out, so I'm good to start wherever.
All right.
I got my cheat sheet in front of me.
Oh. Let me turn that off. Let me just fix this because that's so weird. They show up on my phone.
Uh-oh.
1 second, guys. I apologize. I'm gonna add this really quick. That way we can get going. StreamYard be acting a fool. Okay, here we go. I got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting started right now with Leprechaun from 1993. Now, Brandon, the thing about this movie is I don't know. The thing about Leprechaun is this is one of those movies, Brandon, that tonally kind of starts out the way like a Bride of Chucky does. Like it starts out, kind of half in the bag. Like it's like it doesn't give an F. It's ridiculous from the start. But obviously, there's a famous actress in here. With Jennifer Aniston.
Right.
And, I don't know. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Leprechaun, the first one. Always have been. But there's some quirky things about it, though, that when you watch it, that I really laugh at. Like the little kid that's a sidekick with Ozzy.
Yeah.
There are moments where he makes fun of him and then tries to help Ozzy, but then also makes fun of him again. And I always equated that to he's just a little kid, so he's a bastard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a huge fan of this one. I don't know what the people are gonna rate this one. But here, see, you can bring it to me, Sydney. I know. Let me get that. Should bring my Oreo shake. Hey, take this one back. Save this one for now.
Train it out.
But anyway, let me pull this off. Brandon, take me away with Leprechaun. What do you think about Leprechaun? Because
I rewatched the whole series in the last 3 days. As you know, I was under the weather this week, so I took some a few days off work and caught up with the whole franchise from part 1 to 8. And going back, starting with the first movie again, I hadn't seen it in a long, long time, and it's good. But honestly, I was a little bit bored and a little bit underwhelmed by the first Leprechaun. And I think you'll be surprised where I rank it in my overall ranking towards the end. But it's good. It's competently made. The acting's decent enough. The effects are cool. Warwick Davis, it just doesn't seem like a movie that would have birthed a franchise in the way it did. It sort of seems like a weird one-off movie. So I'm really surprised that it did sort of birth this whole long-running series.
Well, if the numbers are right, this movie made about $8 million against like $1 million budget, which is insane.
It is.
I don't think that they anticipated that, and it came out in 92 or 3. I think it pretty much hit their theaters in like January of 93, which is such a random time as well for this movie to come out, right? Because
very bizarre.
In 93, it was Thriller World. It was all about psychological thrillers by that point. And Leprechaun makes what, 800 times its budget?
It's sort of weird that it even got like a theatrical run. It seems like it would have been straight to video. Because, she wasn't even a star yet. This was the year before Friends. So I'm really surprised it even got a theatrical distribution. It's really bizarre. Really bizarre.
What do you think about the ending of the first one?
It's good. I guess the Leprechaun's death is as final as it is in any other movie. I like the well, stuff like that. It's just I don't know. I keep going back to the word underwhelmed with the first movie. I know it's going to piss a lot of people off, and maybe you too, but there's just something underwhelming about that movie compared to the rest of the franchise. But I'll get into more of that, the specifics as to why when we get to the other sequels. I am Vanderhoff.
That's not Vanderhoff. That's Wander of This World. What do you got in that Shamrock shake?
Dude, you guys got to bear with me tonight. I'm still kind of recovering from this week.
What happened to you?
I don't know, man. I got hit with like a brick wall. So I was fine Monday. Everybody at work's been sick off and on, coming in and out. People around the family have been sick. Everybody's just like in Florida, it's been sick, right? Like people are getting sick left and right. It's the usual early part of the year. Allergies are going crazy. But Tuesday morning, I woke up, felt like I hit with a freight train. Stayed home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, caught up with Leprechaun. It was just gnarly. Lost my voice on Wednesday-ish. It was gnarly night. Like Wednesday night, I was like, I'm going to fucking die. But I feel okay now. Decently.
Good.
I don't sound okay, but yeah, here we are.
You remember the scene in Leprechaun, guys, where Jennifer's leaning up against the truck and the Leprechaun is under the truck and he starts scratching Jennifer's leg? Or he's like putting his hand up against the back of her calf. And the guy, the love interest, so to speak, is next to her. And she thinks it's him. Like, you just met this guy. Like, if he was doing that, wouldn't that be creepy as fuck? And then he bites the dad's hand in the tree. Remember, he sticks his hand inside that tree? What about the pogo stick kill, where he kills the pawn shop guy?
A really ingenious kill, but like, damn, it's shot so hokey the way it looks. You know what I mean? I'm just like, damn, that could have been shot so much cooler. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff in that movie.
Yeah,
I love how the dad's like, "Oh, it's a kitty cat. Let me get it." He sticks his hand like 8 feet into this hole. Like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
Hey, what about this scene where the Leprechaun hisses at the cop?
Yeah, yeah. That movie is it's an acid trip for sure.
That's what I'm saying. The thing about the first, it really tonally, it feels like it's a part 4 or 5 for like
does.
another franchise. It starts out balls to the wall.
Mhm.
I love that about it. So guys, let's do this for the first Leprechaun. Brandon, on a 10 scale. Actually, no, on your scale, it's above
my
a 10. Is it just one? Is the Crystal Skull one step above the 10? That's your 10, 11?
It's like whatever beyond a 10 would be Crystal Skull. Whether it's like a mile above a 10 or just an inch above a 10 would be a Crystal Skull.
Well, what do you think you would give Leprechaun?
Leprechaun 1 is a solid 6.5 out of 10 for me, which equates to worth the watch.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. I love Leprechaun. I love Leprechaun. I love the first one. I love that it's outdoors. I love the opening scene with them putting them in the box. I love the makeup, and I don't know. Like I said, it starts out like a part 4.
It does.
And I like this one a lot. I really
That's
do.
a great question. Like, as far as the look goes, do you like the look of him in the costume in this movie? Is it your favorite look or no?
Maybe.
Because like it changes so drastically. I didn't even realize it until I watched the franchise that his look changes pretty drastically.
Oh yeah,
from film to film.
especially during when you get to like the hoods.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna go 8. Brandon 6.5. Let's see what the chat's saying.
Hell yeah.
Guys, give me your rating for Leprechaun, and we're gonna do a median. All right, here we go. So we've got a 7, a 6, a 5, a 7.5, a 4.5, a 5, a 5, an 8, 7, 6, 6.5, 9, 8, 7.5, 10 out of 10, 6, 8. Brandon, it's gonna be pretty close.
Damn.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be probably like 6 or 7.
That's fair.
There's a lot of highs and then there's some lows.
Yeah.
Saturn Video says, keep in mind these are ranked by an entirely different scale.
That's right.
Let's give this one. We're gonna be conservative on this. We're gonna give this one 6.5. We're gonna go 6.5 on Leprechaun. Brandon, I have very interesting thoughts about Leprechaun 2.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody in the chat is ready, we're gonna start talking about 1994's hit sequel to the mass. Brandon, let's talk about this poster for a second for Leprechaun 2. Give me your thoughts. I mean, he's in front of the cityscape. It's very Jason Takes Manhattan-esque.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his candle. He's got a real menacing look. That doesn't even look like Warwick, though.
No, I love this poster. I think it's fantastic.
It is a great poster.
It's great.
You ever notice there's a lot of sequels that have that number 2 and that style, like that kind of like hard chalk style. Like it looks like Child's Play 3 or
it does. Child's Play 2 even. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. The holding the candle. Like when I was a kid and I saw this VHS, I thought he was holding like a trading card or something, or like a playing card. I didn't realize it was a candle, but it's a great poster.
What do you give the poster on a 10 scale?
The poster? I like the poster a lot. Probably like an 8.5 out of 10. It's got like the perfect amount of framing. It really draws your eye to the logo and to Warwick. The city, like it tricks you into thinking it's this big grandiose city shot. It's really like the most out of focus, terrible city shot you could have picked, but it works for the poster. But the acting credits at the top are pretty distracting. I would change those, but
well, I don't think that's typical. I was just trying to find a large file of this. For some reason, this is all I have. A lot of the files I found did not have that on top, especially like the VHS.
I think the poster's fantastic, though. One of the best posters in the series, I think.
But really quick, before we get into it, I mean, what do you give the first one's poster?
It's iconic for sure. I like part 2's better, but I would give this one probably an 8.5 out of 10 too. It's got really good symmetry. It really draws your eye to Warwick. Him coming through the door is fantastic. I wish there was a really spooky, creepy scene like this in the film, and there's not really. You know what I mean?
There like kind of is a little bit, but not really. Like the only thing that would come close is him walking down the spiral stairs.
Yeah, like I wish she would have been asleep and she wakes up and peeks her eye open and sees him like creeping through the doorway and the hallway lights on or something. Like that would have been really spooky.
Right.
But it's still it's a great poster. Like this is probably one of the most iconic 90s horror posters out there.
Yeah.
This poster was everywhere back in the day.
All right, Brandon, you want to take us away for Leprechaun 2?
Leprechaun 2, I find to be eons more fun than the first film. Obviously, the acting is really questionable in it, but I like the plot better. I like the horror elements better. The stuff about the candle, that whole storyline, the stuff about the bride, him being away for 1,000 years to coming back and reclaim his bride. It's so hokey and so cheesy and so tongue in cheek, but I love it. They were definitely not taking themselves seriously, and it's not the same Leprechaun, right? It can't be, because continuity would say otherwise.
I think the story goes that they're different leprechauns. You know,
that would make more sense. Just they all look like Warwick, I guess, sort of like all the Arnold Terminators in Terminator, right? But yeah, Leprechaun 2 is a lot of fun. The two leads, I forget the characters' names. I just watched the movie, I should remember. But the guy and the girl, really fun characters. I thought the Morty character was hilarious. I'm kind of pissed off that he died in the film. Obviously, he had to die.
Stop. How are you not going to mention Clint Howard in the beginning of Leprechaun 2?
That's right. He is.
When he gets on the, what is it called? The Creeping Death Tours, whatever the hell it is.
That's right.
And that's the girl from Twin Peaks, too.
Mm-hmm. Is it?
His love interest. Yeah, the blonde hair girl. She's from Twin Peaks. Massive success.
Yep.
Actually, season 2 of Twin Peaks was tanking harder than Titanic.
Yeah.
The ratings had gone so low, so I guess she figured her career was over after Twin Peaks, so she did Leprechaun 2. Here's the thing about Leprechaun 2. You gotta love the scene where I gotta talk about this one little thing first, then I'm gonna break down what I think is terrible about this movie. After the girl kind of ditches him because he's a grown-up that is actually working and trying to make money, he goes home and lays in his bed, and it's that cheesy guitar riff that is a 3-second loop that continuously plays over and over again.
Yep.
And the jackass is just laying in bed like this, and it keeps playing. It's the same little it's the same fucking thing over and over again. I can't stand that part. Okay, Morty saves this entire movie to me.
He does.
Hands down.
He does.
He is hysterical. Morty is a great character. The love interest, the girl, she is the worst fucking actress I've ever seen.
She's pretty.
But here's the thing. The rest of the cast, there's a line. There's a line where it's like they're giving it hell, but they're pulling their weight in B acting.
Yeah.
She is literally saying lines, and it's fucking horrible. She may be one of the worst. You can't even deny it. She may be one of the worst actresses. I can't even call her that. It's bad. The only time it gets a little bit better is when Lep has her as a slave in his little dungeon, whatever. Like she kind of like has gotten into it by that point. But in the beginning, holy shit! It's you. When you stick out in a Leprechaun film, you can't fucking act. You know, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Wait, so you like the first movie better than Leprechaun 2, huh?
Yes and no. Yes and no. If I was going to show somebody a Leprechaun film, I would show them 1 before 2, because I feel like if I showed them 2, the first 10 minutes of seeing that girl act, they would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But more good. And then his death scene with the he gets a pot of gold in his belly, right?
He does. Yeah.
Dude, that shit was funny.
Shit's hardcore.
So it's weird, right? Like I love everything about Leprechaun 2. I love the titty death, but not like where he thinks he's about to like suck on some titties, and instead he's sucking on a big wind fan.
That's right.
Like that was brilliant. That was brilliant. You know what's so funny on the special features of Leprechaun 2 on the Blu-ray? The director talked about he was hanging out with a bunch of friends, and like Leprechaun 2 came on TV or something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I directed that movie." And his friends were like, "No, you didn't. You didn't direct that." And they actually looked it up on Google at the table, and so it's so funny because it's like I said this in this video I did a while back. Nobody could name the directors for any of these fucking movies.
No.
Who knows the names of the directors of Leprechaun 3 or 4 or anything?
Yeah. I sure as hell don't.
I'm shocked that it's not Alan Smithy for every movie. You know?
That would make it almost better. That would make it better if it was.
You know what though? I got to be honest with you. I actually do think I like, as I'm talking about this though, I think if me and you were to watch 2, or if we were to watch 2 with the audience and watch 1, I think we'd all have more fun with 2. That's just in my opinion. Even though I think 1 is somewhat of a more presentable movie to show people, I think 2 is so much more fun with as a horror fans to watch.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know what I would rank it. It's hard to say. I'm going to let you go first on this one, Brand, with Leprechaun 2. Is there anything you don't like about Leprechaun 2? Does Warwick deliver?
He does, and there's actually a scene, I wanted to point this out, that scene in the bar where Morty is trying to have like the drinking contest with him. And he's sort of mocking the leprechaun, and then, you know, Warwick's just sort of sitting there in the chair, serious. Like that makeup job, they do a lot of close-up shots of Warwick. And he's not as pimply and visceral looking as he is in the later films, but it looks so good, and he looks so sinister and serious and deadpan. I'm like, that's a really cool looking fucking makeup job that I sort of wish we had seen more of in the film. That's about the only gripe I have, is we didn't see enough of the makeup up close, because he looks really freaky in part 2. I think he looks better than he did in part 1. And I like the lair. The lair thing was really cool. Again, I like the candle concept, all that stuff. I just, this is the last one to go theatrical, correct? This one went theatrical, or just part 1? I thought
it went no, I believe, if memory serves, because I watched the special features today, I think the director said he went to the theater to go see it, and nobody was there, and I think he even left. But then it did a lot of money on VHS.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, are you ready to rank Leprechaun 2?
Yeah, look, even he said it. Cody said it right here. I'm gonna, you know what, Brandon? I'm gonna go 8.5 on this one. Even though I hate the girl in the beginning of the movie, once she gets in like the medieval dress or whatever, she's better somehow.
It's just all the elements, dude. It's a more fun movie.
She was working with Warwick.
She was.
You know what's funny? I need to go grab something real quick. So let me pull this up. But I'm gonna go 8.5. Brandon, break down your rating for this, and I'll be right back. And you're gonna have to tell me again.
All right, guys. My ranking 4, I have it written down here. My ranking for Leprechaun 2 is 7 out of 10. So it's a 0.5 difference from the first movie. I personally like it more immensely than the first film, but I think as far as quality goes, production goes, it deserves no more than a 0.5 difference from the first film. Because the first film was really well made. It's just part 2 was just a better, more, to me at least, more cohesive film, more fun, better cast. It was just an all-around more fun movie. I'm assuming he's back. There he is.
I'm back. What did you rate it?
It's a 7 out of 10 for me. So slightly better than the first movie, but okay, I like it way better than the first movie, but it's a 7 out of 10.
So fun fact, Brandon. In 2009 or 10, I had this memory of being at my friend Randy's house when I was a little kid and learning what a laser disc was for the first time. And as I was having this memory, I said, I want to own a laser disc. I never owned one before. Years later, I have literal thousands of dollars worth. Not that I paid thousands, but they're worth that now. I got in before people. The very first laser disc I ever bought, I mean, the very first one I had for my collection was this.
Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that shit.
I want to show you. Let me make myself big for a second. So here's Leprechaun 2 from Vidmark. This time luck has nothing to do with it, but this is what made me laugh, Brandon, on the back. First off, look at you're right. Look at him on the back. How good he looks.
Yeah, he looks so sweet in that movie.
But this is my favorite thing right here.
Better than
right
the
there.
first?
Right here.
Oh, he's meaner than Freddy? Ha!
He's meaner than Freddy. So this is my very first Laserdisc, people. And this is what it looks like if you've never seen one.
Giant damn CDs.
This is actually an analog format too, Brandon.
Yeah. I got the Doors on Laserdisc somewhere in this house for some reason. If I can ever find it, I'll show it on the stream here.
But Brandon, what's so great about this Laserdisc is the camera's not going to do it justice. But the thing that's so cool about this is the high fidelity is what I want to say, but the high image quality on the front of the case. It looks so good, and it's got the sleek look to it. So, yeah, really cool. Trimark, Vidmark Entertainment. I almost wish they would have put out some Vestron video releases for these. I mean, obviously, Lionsgate thought the franchise was big enough to just put them out, as straight out, box set normal. But I would have loved if they had done, some kind of Vestron classics like they did for My Best Friend is a Vampire and all that. So,
yeah.
Yep. My very first Laserdisc.
I love
very first one. I also have a 5-pound bucket of animal crackers.
Nice. Even better. I want a 5-pound bucket of animal crackers. Damn it,
guys! Do me a favor. So I gave it an 8.5. I talking about this movie makes me like it even more. Brandon gave it a 7. 7. Do me a favor, guys. Drop your ratings again so I can see them. I want to get the median. The median on part 1, Brandon, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. But we're gonna see what people think about part 2. Real quick, John Flesser, CHH Brand, have you ever heard of A Very Unlucky Leprechaun? It's a kid's movie where Warwick also plays a leprechaun, but without any makeup.
Oh,
I have heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a prequel for sure.
Well, it'd be funny if somehow you could. So the only reason I know about it, Brandon, is because when I would try to find those movies on Laserdisc, that movie kept popping up. That Very Unlucky Leprechaun movie. All right, Brandon. We got 4.5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 4.5, 5.5. Jesus fucking Christ. 7, 6, 7.5, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 8, 5, 6.5. I don't remember part 2. Brandon, it's not looking good. I think this one's gonna have to get like a 5, 5.5. No, we have a lot of low scores.
Yeah, there's a few 7.5s.
I know, but there's a lot of 4s and 5s.
There are.
Let's go 5.5 on this.
Damn. The chat has let me down. They've let me down.
Brandon, I'm gonna guess right now that we're about to hit the most fan favorite out of all of them.
I would agree.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
What am I talking about?
Leprechaun 3.
Now, Brandon, let's talk about the poster art for Leprechaun 3 because Jason Takes Manhattan much?
A little bit. I enjoy it, but you can definitely see it's a cool poster, but he looks weird. The fading of his hands looks strange. The lightning's out of place. Vegas looks really weird.
Looks like Reno.
Yeah, the 2-lane road into Vegas surrounded by grass is very strange. I don't know. It's just it could have benefited from a more Leprechaun 2-ish poster, I think.
So you think this poster's better?
Oh yeah. 10 times better.
So what do you rate the poster, Brandon? Because I'm a poster.
This poster, I would probably give this like a 5 out of 10.
Really?
I think so.
Like, it doesn't even look higher.
He looks weird as hell. What the hell's wrong with his mouth?
Maybe are those gold teeth?
I've never really been a fan of this poster art. It's always bugged me for some reason.
All right, Brandon, let's have you start us off with Leprechaun 3 because, like I said, I think watching this one for the first time, I remember saying to myself, I'm telling you to start off. I just want to set you up. I remember I just remember thinking to myself, well, that makes sense. He's lucky. He's a leprechaun, so why not go to Vegas? But I didn't expect the movie to be what it was. I don't know what I thought it was going to be. Every time I look at the poster, I think it's going to be serious as hell somehow because he looks pissed. But take it away, man. Tell me about Leprechaun 3.
Leprechaun 3 is definitely probably the most fun movie in the franchise. I can see with perfect reason why it's everybody's fan favorite. It's definitely the franchise's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 as far as its wacky, zany.
Is this not the Dream Warriors?
It might be Dream Warriors. It could be that too. It's such a well-made movie. The story just works. Every person who acts in this movie, at least all the primary characters, especially the main two, it's like you enjoy watching them on screen. They're not bad actors. They're fun to watch. They're fun to listen to. The dialogue's all witty and good. Even the sleazy characters are really good characters. Like every single person in this movie we see on screen who talks, who has dialogue, who has stuff to do is at least a decently explored character, even on a base level, like a surface level. It's fun seeing the sleaze bags, joke with each other. The big, tall, muscly guy, the sleazy guy trying to swindle money out of the casino owner. All that stuff's hilarious. Fazio, the magician, all that banter is hilarious.
Magician's great. The magician, he's such a prima donna.
He's hysterical. Caroline Williams is in top form. Caroline Williams, excuse me. I just love, dude, every minute of this film I loved. And watching it again this week, I'm just like, I can't believe I forgot how good this movie was. And I wish it was longer than it is. It's also hysterical to me. What's that?
I feel like you always say this movie needs. No, that you do usually say this movie needed about 15 more minutes.
It does. Leprechaun 3 could have benefited, but it's hysterical to me that you could tell how low budget it was because like the casino has like a fabric banner over the entrance and stuff. Like it's so hokey. They're totally just at some like convention center in like Palm Beach, California.
In Reno. They're in Reno.
Whatever they are, wherever they are. It's just I love it. It's one of those, it feels, what it feels like? It feels spiritually like Hatchet 2 to me.
Yeah.
It has that very, it's not serious, but it's not taking itself seriously. Like you could tell that everybody's having a good time, or at least it seems like they are.
Right.
Like that movie is just perfect. I feel like that movie deserved a theatrical run. It's so damn good.
And it never got it.
It's so damn good, dude. I can't believe how good Leprechaun 3 is. It's really blowing my mind. This whole week, I've been thinking about it since I watched it.
You know what I really love though? I love because it's so Las Vegas is the opening in the pawn shop. Because everybody's selling their shit to try to get that winning bet. They need that last $15. I love the pawn shop scene. I love the Elvis scene.
You do it pretty good. Yeah, I love that shit,
dude. It does. This movie just works in perfect harmony.
It's great.
Like it really committed to, this over the top, let's raise the stakes. Let's make it kind of vaudeville-y. I think Leprechaun 3 is dynamite.
And Warwick seems like he's having a great time. And like, it's one of those instances where you kind of wish you knew these characters in this movie. You wish you were there for that night in that whole experience. It seems like it was a blast. It's just crazy.
Caroline Williams has been in a number of horror sequels. Leprechaun 3, Stepfather 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I'm sure there's others that I haven't thought of yet. But
Hatchet 3.
Hatchet 3. She was in Hatchet 3. I'm not a big Hatchet 3 fan, but if people want us to do an episode on that down the road, like this summer, I do love Hatchet, but 3's not one I'm a huge fan of.
No, 3 is the weakest.
I do love
that out there. I'm gonna watch Leprechaun 3 tonight, dude.
Well, you got some kind of some Golden Charms background on your TV?
Yeah.
Brian, I can't wait to get to the bottom.
And this happened. So.
I can't wait to get to the bottom of this to enjoy those Oreos.
That looks disgusting. That's going to be like wet sludge.
You know what, dude? You know what? It's actually really good.
I should not have drank this whole thing, dude.
I had a light. Fuck. I had a light lunch, so I'm starving. Yeah, dude, I gotta echo everything you said. Honestly, I think I'm gonna continue the trend. I actually think it's funny because I had this whole idea about what I was gonna do when we started talking about these movies, ranking wise. But when you talk about them with your friends and horror fans, like we have in the chat tonight, they get me excited about the movie, right? They're telling me what they love about it, and I gotta continue the trend. I'm gonna go 9 on Leprechaun 3.
Yep.
I think it's even more fun than 2, and it raises the stakes. And honestly, it's a really good looking Blu-ray, by the way. I don't know you haven't gotten your hope, Brandon. Which one did you get?
I got the Steelbook. I've seen them at Walmart for like $35-$40, and it has all 8 films in it. And I got it off eBay for really cheap, brand new. Yeah, that one, really cheap, brand new on eBay for like 2.5-3 weeks ago. Look at that shit. And it hasn't come in the mail yet. So I had luckily Peacock had all the films except for Returns. So I had to rent Returns on YouTube.
Yeah, and Returns is on that DVD, the box set.
I know. I'm excited. So I'll get it in the mail at some point, and I'll be pissed off, but I'll be happy to own it. I hate that it's a Steelbook, but it was a better deal than buying the 2 things separately. So.
Okay, fair enough. So what do you rank it, Brandon? Because I'm going to see what the people start saying.
It's a 9 out of 10 for me, for sure.
9 out of 10.
Big leap. 9 out of 10.
We matched.
We did match.
Here we go,
it's
Brandon.
So
10.
damn good, dude.
Here's the ratings: 10, 7.5, 6, 9.5, 7, 8, 9, 7. Retro Ryan put up a peacock. Oh, because you 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 10. Brennan, I think we're gonna go 8.5 for the median because we've got a couple 10s and some 9s and a lot of 8s and then some 7s. So I think that the audience is harsher on these movies than us tonight, Brandon.
It's crazy.
You know, that's fair though. They're the critics tonight.
They are.
We have a bunch of Siskel and Eberts out there, Brandon.
They're letting me down, man. I'm disappointed.
No, they're being fair. I see where a lot of them come, and I can tell, man. Some of these movies, I get it. Some of them they'll work for you, and other ones they won't click with you. And if it doesn't click with you, man, I get it. It's not much to enjoy with that. But this one, I think, just committed harder than any of the rest of them and went for it. And I definitely think that this one's going to be. We're going to go 8.5. We're going to go 8.5 on Leprechaun 3. So that's the highest rated one so far.
As it should be. Yep.
So guys, let's move on to Leprechaun Origins.
Oh my God.
Oh, did I skip one, Brandon?
I think you skipped
a couple
like 3
of
them there. Yeah. We can get this thing out of the way if you want. I'm down for it.
No, it's time for Leprechaun 4.
Oh yeah.
In space.
Oh yeah.
Brandon, can I just start this out? Do you mind? I fucking love this movie.
Who doesn't love this movie?
A lot of people. Brandon, this movie just does not give a single fuck. It does insane shit like make Leprechaun massive. And it's charming as hell in the movie.
It is.
Good looking broads. Decent enough acting. Honestly, dude, I love this movie, but I can never recommend anybody that's not a horror fanatic to watch it. But I love it. I watch this movie by myself all the time. Like, it's like my hidden secret. I can't put it on when Sydney's around. But, dude, I fucking love it. Let's talk about this, Brandon. I don't know what it is, but I love this poster because he looks fucking pissed.
He does. I just love how they use like the moon landing from like the 60s as on there. It's like this movie's set like 1,000 years in the future.
It almost looks like a 50s movie, like because of the poster. He's black and white.
Oh, it should have been a 50s movie. That would have been sweet.
Brandon, if they would have put Leprechaun 4 in black and white, it'd be considered a masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
Brandon, what did you think the last time you watched Leprechaun 4? Because I legitimately have a ball and a biscuit every fucking time.
I loved it. I share the same sentiments with you about it being a perfectly charming film. First of all, I loved all the acting in the movie, as cheesy as it was sometimes. I believed the main girl, the scientist chick, and the main military guy who's sort of in love with her.
Yeah.
Both those characters are really good. I like them both. I sort of gravitated to them both. The annoying scientist sidekick guy gets his face smashed in was hilariously annoying. I love that scene. The actual bad guy, the half robot dude, is hilarious and weird in his own right. Warwick Davis seems like he's having a blast. They changed his look slightly again in this movie. I loved it.
Yeah.
It seems so purposely cheesy. Like it was, they always say Jason X was not afraid to be Jason X from the get-go. I feel like this movie knew what it was before the get-go as well. And this is, 3-4 years before Jason X. I had a ball with this movie.
This movie said, hold my beer.
Dude, all the bad
even
special
though it came
effects.
Out before, even though it came out before Jason X, when you watch them, if you watch Jason X and then you watch Leprechaun 4 is like, dude, you didn't show your butt. We're going to show our butt.
Oh, dude, the cardboard.
And I mean that
walls
literally,
moving
metaphorically.
shit.
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Is this the best horror space movie, Brandon?
The best horror space movie?
Of the 90s.
Of the 90s.
You can't say Aliens 3.
Okay, if we're disregarding Alien 3.
Where does hold on. Let me ask the chat this. Let me ask you this. Where does Leprechaun 4 fall in line in the mix of Alien Resurrection, Jason X, Hellraiser, Bloodline? I think Leprechaun 4 sits high up in this food chain.
But Jason X wasn't a 90s movie. Are we still going to pull it in there?
It is, but it isn't, right?
Okay, so let's do Jason X at the top. Number 2 would be Alien 3. Number 3 would be Resurrection. Number 4 would be Leprechaun in Space. That's what I would think.
Where's Bloodline go? Be at the bottom?
Oh, yeah. Fuck that movie. I fucking can't stand that movie.
Can I ask you a question, Brandon?
You can.
This might upset the chat. Do you feel that? Look, I don't hate Bloodline. I think it's an okay movie. I've always thought it was an okay movie, pretty good movie. Do you think that we kind of, as horror fans, sometimes try to make movies more than what they are as time goes by? Like, didn't I say this on a show with you one time? Like, why can't stuff just kind of be okay and stay okay? Why does it always have to be underrated? Like, why can't something just be okay?
Like from the get-go?
Like, yeah, it's okay. Like, why? Like, can like not everything has to be like, dude, it's actually it's actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually really good. Like, why can't stuff just stay okay? Like, it's fine. It's not that great. It's not that bad. I see that happen all the time.
I think it's just
expectations. I say that, right, because I say to myself, why does my opinion not change on some of these movies? They stay the same. And for some people, it's like, dude, I went back and rewatched that. Shit, dude.
Yeah, I think
I'm not really saying that is the case for Bloodline, but kind of, right?
You think it's getting a new appraisal, kind of?
Maybe so. But there's a ton of movies like that.
I think that movie, because it was so, I think it was expectation, right? Because it was following up to Hellbound and Hellraiser 3, which I wouldn't call those movies blockbusters by any means, but like they set a certain precedent of quality and storytelling.
Bloodline was really successful. I don't think it had anywhere near the narrative fidelity of the other two of the first 3 films. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where that's what it was for me, at least. I didn't like the weird disjointed timelines. I just thought it paled in comparison to the first 3 films. That's why I didn't like it when it first came out. It has not gotten better for me either. I haven't seen the new Blu-ray version. Isn't there a new cut? Well, they gave you the original sort of, I forget the name of it. I watched some of it. I watched the whole thing. Again, my point is this: I like Bloodlines. I think it's fine, but it's just interesting how now it's like this great movie. But when I got on the internet 10 years ago, nobody would even. It was like. That was the reaction to it. Like, that's not even good enough to be talked about.
Yeah, it's like the
It's just
Halloween
weird how
6 now. Yeah.
it's different. It's weird. It's interesting how things change.
It does.
Granted, there are movies where I do change my mind. I was like, God damn, like my taste changed as I got older. I started listening to different music. I started watching different types of films, and now I
Oh, yeah.
see this film in a different light. I get that, but it happens with a lot of movies that I'm just like, wow. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I didn't like Bloodlines when it first came out, and I don't like it now. Brandon, Leprechaun 4, this is where we really shock the audience.
Oh, dude, you're not gonna believe
Can I go? Can
Go
I
ahead.
go? Crystal Skull on my end.
Get out of here. There's no
Swear to
way.
God. Crystal Skull. I fucking love this movie.
That's good.
This is my favorite Leprechaun.
That's the first ever Crystal Skull you've ever given on this Planet Dirty.
It's a Crystal Skull because it doesn't give it does not give a fuck what
He
you
gave a
say.
Crystal Skull to Leprechaun in Space, but not to any of the Chainsaw Massacre movies. People, let that sink in a little bit.
I didn't give one to the original.
Did you? I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Well, if I gave it a 10, consider it the same thing, I guess. I didn't want to broach on your territory.
Damn. That's crazy. That's good though.
I've got to stir up some shit tonight, dude. I'm giving it a Crystal Skull.
Fucking A.
Leprechaun 4 does not give a fuck what you think.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's see, that's a good example. Because I haven't seen Leprechaun 4, I'm not even sure if I've actually seen it before watching it this week. I recognize certain parts, but I did not rent that when it came out in the 90s. I did not see it for at least the first few years. So
this is the last one to come out on Laserdisc.
If I had seen that movie in 97 on video, if I had rented it on the shelf, I probably would have fucking hated it until reappraising it. But when I watched it this week with a fresh pair of eyes, I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. I had to have seen it before, but I did not rent it when it first came out, for sure. So I remember seeing that cover in Blockbuster and being like, what the fuck is this? It's just whatever. But my rating for Leprechaun 4 in Space is 8.5 out of 10. So it's behind Leprechaun 3, but not by much. But definitely, I like it way more than Part 1 and 2. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Way more than Part 1 and 2.
All right, guys, we're going to take the scores now. Now, my Crystal Skull holds a lot of weight. So I'm going to need like 7 5s or lower just to bump it down to a 10. I'm skewing this shit, Brandon. No, I'm not. Okay. We got another Crystal Skull, Brandon. Saturn Video. It says
there
Crystal Effing Skull. It's my favorite, and Christian knows it. Certified hood classic. Would you agree with that? Is it a hood classic?
Part 4?
Yeah. Would you get it tattooed on your ass?
Probably. Dude, there's a comment in here. I meant to call it out. Some guy said he comes out of the dude's dick. I'm like, yes, he does. That's how he's reborn in that movie. That's how you know that movie doesn't give a shit. And like, there's the funny military leader guy who's like a cyborg. He's in drag and he's dancing. Like, that movie is so. They knew what they were doing.
It's a hood classic.
They knew what they were doing. It's great. It's fantastic.
Damn. Jacob gave it a Jesus Christ. That's above a Crystal Skull because that's like Jesus Christ is up there.
He's turning water into wine and shit. Like, holy crap.
Leprechaun 4 is better than any TCM movie. Dude, he's got a Shamrock shake in his profile, man. You see that?
That can't be that dude, right?
That's review, bro, isn't it? 7 out of 10. Wow, Justin Smith is usually stiff with his ratings. He gives Leprechaun 4 a 7 out of 10, Brandon.
Good.
Shit, mark that down. Somebody document this. JG Michael with a 7.5, showing Justin Smith just what taste is. Stardust Home Video comes in with a clean 10 out of 10, Brandon. A clean 10 out of 10.
We need to not downplay how cool the fucking spider puppet thing looked in that movie.
Hey, was Miguel Nunez in this or am I high?
He was. That's
okay, dude. What's up? I'm going Jesus Christ. I'm going Jesus Christ.
He was in this movie. It's just such a fun movie, dude. It's a great movie.
Oh, Brandon, do they know about the merch?
I don't know. Do they?
Do you guys want to see? Let's get the ratings for this real quick. Ian lives with a 3 out of 10. We'll talk later. Blu-ray Addict with a 0.5 out of 10.
Damn.
Antonis with a 1 out of 10. Good Morning Chin comes in again with a 7 out of 10. 1 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Dave Vanderhoff with taste. Sorry, man. 2 out of 10. You have to apologize, Chris.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about this later. But Iron Wolf with a 5, 6, 7s. We're doing good. You putting alcohol in it. Leprechaun 4 is trash. The Stallone look-alike. Jesus Christ is 50 out of 10, Brandon.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Happy says, I just can't bring myself to take Leprechaun 4 seriously. No,
You're
that's
supposed
exactly
to.
right. No,
not
Mr.
supposed
Happy,
to.
you got it. Of course not. Of course not. You just got Brandon worked up.
Did Critters 4 try to take itself too seriously? That's the question.
I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna go with a 7. We got a lot of high scores, Brandon. We got some low scores. We're gonna go with 7. I think that's fair. I'm looking back through everything. I'm gonna go 6. I think 6 is actually fair because there's a lot of 7s and 8s, and then there's 1s and 2s. It's gonna balance that out. Brandon, let's show them about the new merch we got.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Y'all ready for the new T-shirt? Here we go.
Try as ye will, try as you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads, you don't have to be naked and afraid when you have the new limited edition St. Patty Days Planet Dirty shirt. You must have a 4-leaf clovers up ye ass. Because these shirts are now on sale for only $16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, D-lads.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, where were we?
Why did Justin Smith say Jamaican accent?
Listen to it again, Brandon. Cody said, I can't do an Irish accent.
Try as ye will, try as you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads, you don't have to be naked and afraid when you have the new limited edition St. Patty Days Planet Dirty shirt. You must have a 4-leaf clovers up ye ass. Because these shirts are now on sale for only $16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, D-lads.
It is a Jamaican accent.
Dude,
I love it.
He said, try if we will, try if we might. Anyway, guys, if you want that, those shirts are available now, guys. On sale for $16. Get yourself a Planet Dirty Leopard.
Dude, you gotta look at some of these comments, man. Oh God. Carry on.
Irish Jamaican. Excuse me. Anyway, guys, the shirts are available now. We're gonna move on, Brandon. Are you ready to move on?
I am.
One more time, just a clip. I'm not gonna give the whole thing. Just a.
Try as ye will, try as you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not.
I love it, dude. It's so good.
All night.
And Cody, don't take this the wrong way. We love the fucking commercial, so you know.
No, so the reality is, he sent me that, and he goes, "Dude, I'm really sorry. It keeps coming out Jamaican." And then finally, he sent me some more, and they sounded Irish. And I had to go with the directors. I had Final Cut over this trailer, so I decided to use the Jamaican.
Oh, I love it. It's perfect.
Try as ye will, try as you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not.
I love it.
Anyway, I keep saying, who the hell is that?
Dude, this comment section's cracking me up.
Are y'all ready to keep going? All right.
Tries ye will, tries you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads. You don't have to be naked and afraid when you have the new limited edition St. Patty Days Planet Dirty shirt. You must have a 4-leaf clovers up ye ass. Because these shirts are now on sale for only $16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, D-lads.
Anyway, anyway, guys, we're gonna move on appropriately to what is it, Brandon? Is it Back to the Hood we're going to, or
Give or take.
going in the hood?
Look at that fucking poster.
Dude, look at Ice motherfucking T up there.
Now, can I say something about this poster?
It's dynamite.
It's the best poster of the series. There's a reason why.
Whoa. Say that again?
This is the best poster of the entire franchise. There's a reason why this specific shot of Warwick in the makeup is used as the franchise poster or picture on the box sets, on DVD sets, TV advertisements, stuff
I've been
like
using this image all night.
Dynamite, dude. Balmaclat. It's dynamite.
Now, Brandon, what is your thoughts on Leprechaun in the Hood? I mean,
I love it.
Let's stop for a second. Let's ask the chat this. When you started watching these movies, Brandon, and then you go to the DVD shelves as a kid or whatever, you go to Blockbuster, and it's 2000, the year 2000, and then you see Leprechaun in the Hood, you had to have been shook to your core. Like, what? What just happened? I mean, when I was watching these movies in order and I was buying them, I remember typing in Leprechaun 5 on eBay, and this came up. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Leprechaun in what?
I figured seemed like they were just sort of trying to cash in on the current wave of hood movies like that. Like there was the surge of like stuff like Baby Boy, and what was there a couple other movies like that.
The Friday sequels are still going on, huh?
Yeah, the Friday sequels, they were sort of trying to jump on the trend of these kind of movies, you know what I mean? And when I first saw it, I think I rolled my eyes. I'm like, I couldn't believe there was another Leprechaun movie that I hadn't seen, because I had just seen the In Space one on shelves a couple of years prior. And then I see this one out of nowhere. It's like, what the hell is going on? But I didn't see this one right away, I don't think. I think I went to a friend's house and like their older brother was watching it or something. That's my first introduction to seeing this movie.
In the Hood?
So, In the Hood.
What are your thoughts, Brandon? Because look, the reality is, my opinion on this is always going to be slightly, nice shirt, by the way. My opinion on this is always going to be slightly skewed because I love Ice-T.
Oh yeah.
He's awesome. I love Ice-T. He's an OG, number one, first and foremost. He's real as fuck. Always, I love his social media all the time. He's got a hot wife with Coco. I love Ice-T, and I love Colors. You know, he's my kind of rap guy. You know, that old school street beat stuff. Oh, yeah. You know, so I just love seeing Ice-T in this. He's money. I think Leprechaun looks fantastic in this movie. Do you agree?
It's probably, I teeter back and forth between this movie and Back to the Hood as far as his best look goes. But definitely this movie and Back to the Hood are visually Warwick's best look. They gave him the super long hair. He's got the baggier outfit. We'll get to part 6's outfit, you know, soon enough. But yeah, the Leprechaun looks the best in these two Hood movies for sure. Absolutely.
Do you have any standout moments in this movie that you like?
It's one of those. I have a lot of them. It's like Leprechaun 3 for me almost. Like I think this is that movie where from the beginning to the end, it's just a fun movie. I love everything about it. I love all the characters. The plot line about them trying to become rappers is hysterical.
Right.
The 3 actors who play those 3 characters are hysterical, whether intentional or not. Ice-T is hysterical at certain points. I think that's probably intentional. He's smooth when he needs to be, but he's hysterical when he needs to be. Warwick Davis, this is the movie where they started making, I guess sort of in part 3, But this one, they sort of continued making Leprechaun more crass. Like he's sort of becoming more like Chucky as far as his language, his foul language goes and stuff like that, his one-liners. Because in the first two movies, he wasn't as crass. Part 3 is sort of going there. Part 4, 5, he really gets, foul-mouthed. They were sort of seemed like he was getting streamlined. But yeah, I thought it was just everything about this movie. The soundtrack was good. The cinematography was good. The effects were sort of cheesy here and there, like in the fourth movie. But I don't know.
2002, so it was kind of still.
It was still on the cusp of that.
The lower budget movies were probably still trying to.
I thought it was cool they brought the statue aspect back from the second movie. But it doesn't make sense, again, because the timeline's doing that. Because, Ice-T's in the 70s in the beginning of the movie, and then it's flash forward to the 2000. So
the timeline is a mess.
It can't be the same Leprechaun. It just can't be. But yeah, dude, I think Leprechaun in the Hood is one of the best Leprechaun films. It's so fun.
I actually think you're going to be on an island with this one because your rating's probably going to be really high. I may be close to you. I'll rate it. If you want me to go ahead and just rate it, I would give Leprechaun in the Hood a 6.5 out of 10.
Damn,
I really like it, but it's the original 4 that I feel are like the Paramount Leprechauns, and this is the new line. The kind of, you know what I'm saying, with Jason. And I'm always going to be Team Paramount, like the original line. But I like this movie. I really do. I'm gonna go 6.5. I'm gonna go 6.5. I'm assuming you're gonna go Crystal Rage.
No, it's 8.5 for me.
Solid.
So it's not as high as Leprechaun 3, but it's the same rating as Leprechaun 4. But I like Leprechaun in the Hood probably more, if that makes sense. But I think that they deserve the same rating. But yeah, it's still no Leprechaun 3, but it's close. It's close.
We got
Leprechaun
a 7.
in the Hood needs a reappraisal, just so everybody knows. If you haven't seen it in 20 years, go watch that movie.
Leprechaun in the Hood needs to be refinanced.
It does. It needs
refinancing. We got a 7, a 5, a 6, a 4. Damn. A 4, a 4.5, a 3, a 7, a 2, a 2. It's an ice cold. Brandon, this is a first. It's an ice cold 7.5.
Nice.
It's a very Vinegar Syndrome 7 out of 10. 7. 6 out of 10. Witch Hunter with a 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Brandon, you ready? Crystal Skull from Good Morning Chan.
He's just playing with my emotions. He's not serious, but I like it.
Dude, he may be for real. 4, 7, 6. Brandon, I think we're gonna go 6 on this one because we got a lot of 7.5s and we got a lot of 4.5 5s, and then some 2s, a couple 2s, and then it's a couple. We got a 10, a Crystal Rage, Crystal Skull, a 7. I think we're gonna go 6. So the chat has always had a lower median than both me and you.
Yeah. Good. I figured it would get decimated in the chat, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. All right, Brandon. This is where we knock some heads. Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
This has the worst fucking poster of the franchise besides Origins. Origins has the worst poster.
But this is great.
Leprechaun in the Hood has the best poster. It's simple, effective. The font is kicking ass. That gold Leprechaun logo, Ice-T looks badass. This poster for Back to the Hood looks like a damn Disney TV movie.
It does look like a Disney.
It's just like the font is terrible. That's like one level up from Comic Sans right there.
Brandon, do me a favor, Brandon. Say the name on the top right of the poster.
Sticky Fingers. You ain't ready.
Brandon. Real quick. Let me give him this really quick. Just a few seconds of it.
Try as ye will, try as you might, the butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not.
Brandon, take me away, because I know Cody, the Jamaican man himself, is actually a big fan of this movie.
I think I might have seen Back to the Hood before I saw In the Hood in its entirety years ago.
Me too.
And I remember enjoying it a lot. So when I went to go watching it this week, I was like, I'm going to like this movie probably the best. And I still loved it. I love this movie. I think it's unapologetically fantastic. But I don't like it as much as In the Hood. I think the first Hood movie was better. Third act aside, Cody keeps talking about the third act. Really good third act. I think all the acts in this movie and Back to the Hood are fantastic.
Right.
But I do think In the Hood had a stronger third act. But I get it. I get it. And this movie is weird too, because I saw they had the black guy from The Boys is in it. I didn't realize I didn't think he was acting all those years ago. Because this came out in 2003, so it's 21 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was acting back then, so that was cool. That was a real big surprise. But it's good. I do love Leprechaun's he has like the all black, almost like funeral parlor costume. The really long blonde hair, they sort of like lightened up his facial tone, so he looks almost yellow instead of like the normal brown or green. But kick-ass movie.
I like Back to the Hood better than In the Hood.
A lot. I think when it comes to these two movies, I think most people do like Back to the Hood better. It's the fan favorite out of the two movies. I think because it's less serious, maybe. What do you think?
Yeah. But to be fair, you're right. This poster, I've looked at it 1,000 times, but when you tell me about it, like I buy into it.
Like, look at that shit. Like Warwick looks sinister and evil.
And he's actually, it makes sense that he's green instead of, don't get me wrong, but it makes sense he's green instead of like dark gray.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know that he's not even that color in the movies. He's more like this color.
Yeah, he's like a tan brown in the first 3 movies.
And this one he's green too, but you're right. It looks like you should put Brandon, just put the Disney logo on the bottom left of it.
It's bad Photoshop. I get they were rushing, it's low budget. They were probably trying to meet a deadline, but like that font is garbage, dude. But that's money. You always say money. They probably weren't even thinking about it in terms of like longevity, but like that's become the iconic photo of the series.
You're right.
It really has.
It did get used on the Blu-ray box set and everything.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I do love Back to the Hood. I'm gonna give Back to the Hood, Brandon, an 8.6 out of 10. We give it a little extra bump.
Wow.
8.6, dude. I love Back to. I want to watch that one right now.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I'm gonna give it a strong 8 out of 10 for me.
Hell yeah. Let's see what the chat says. With Leprechaun's Back to the Hood. Let's get those ratings in. And while we do that, one more time for the audience, because they seem to like it, Brandon. I don't want to wear it out. Last time for a while.
Try as ye will, try as you might, the butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads, you don't have to be naked and afraid when you have the new limited edition St. Patty Days Planet Dirty shirt. You must have a 4-leaf clovers up ye ass, because these shirts are now on sale for only $16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, D-lads.
Is there a random sound effect in there all of a sudden?
I just went, holla.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That tie-dye shirt kicks ass. I like that.
Yeah, hell yeah. $16 on there, guys. Here we go, Brandon. 2.5, 6.5, 6. See, this is what I'm talking about. I think Ian hated Back in Leprechaun in the Hood, but he likes Back to the Hood. 7 out of 10. But Good Morning Chan has a strong rating. Saturn Video says Back to the Hood is a 9 out of 10. Is he a man of culture, Saturn Video?
I think he is.
Yeah. Try as you will, try as you might. Watching this film was a low point in my life, too. I'll give you credit for the creativity on that. 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 3, 4, 5, 7, 6.5. Yeah. Because I'm an island boy. I'm an island boy. Brian, trust me, I make a ton of them daily. Or leave Clover up the ass. Let's see. I don't know, Brandon. It's not looking good for Back to the Hood. It's probably be like we got a couple 7s. We got a 9, a 2, but a lot of 5s, Brandon. I'm actually gonna give this one a 5 out of 10 as the general consensus. So they were lower on this one than
In the Hood.
In the Hood. I can't figure the audience out.
I think it's because most people probably haven't seen it still. You know what I mean? Because they felt so ripped off by In the Hood.
Well, I saw some people say like, oh, I watched a few minutes of it and I turned it off, or
yeah, you can't do that.
You know what I mean? So yeah. Again, I'm looking at 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 3, 7, 3, 3, 3, 4. It might even be lower, Brandon. 5, 2, 9, 7, 6, 6.5, 2.5. I don't know, bro. I might have to go to 4 as the median. Might have to drop it down lower, dude.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, we're gonna drop it lower. There's a lot of low ratings on that one. But we're gonna move on, Brandon, to bigger and better things.
Oh God.
Leprechaun Origins, a WWE film. Let's drop a like on the stream, y'all. Brandon, I was so excited for this movie.
Okay, you go ahead.
Dude, it's fucking terrible. I mean, it really is one of the worst. It's definitely. Here's the thing. I don't know if it's the worst WWE movie ever made because I've seen some shitty ones. There's one called The Chaperone that I'm gonna.
Is there a lot of them?
There were for a while. I don't know if WWE does make a lot of movies anymore, but for in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-ish, WWE was making a lot of films. And some of them are so fucking bad.
They did The Condemned, right?
There was one WWE movie that did pretty good. Yeah, The Condemned was Steve Austin.
That movie kicks ass.
There was one WWE movie that I really liked that was The Marine with John Cena. When that came out, that was a pretty big deal. I think it even went to theaters. Then they did Kane, See No Evil.
Right. I still haven't seen those movies.
They had a pretty strong start, and dude, when Leprechaun Origins was announced, I was excited.
Yeah.
Hornswoggle, or as you call him,
Slughorn.
Slughorn.
As if it's Harry Potter. Yeah.
And you were like, doesn't Slughorn play Leprechaun?
Yeah. It's kind of like Hornswoggle sounds sort of like Slughorn, kind of.
Dude, Slughorn sounds like his evil cousin. But anyway, I watched this. I despise the look of the leprechaun in this.
Oh, just garbage, trash.
It looks like a great value like Descent creature.
Yep. I
really hate it. I hate this movie passionately. A lot of people say Rob Zombie ruined the Halloween franchise. Leprechaun Origins ruined the Leprechaun franchise. If you really want me to just say it out loud, Leprechaun Origins ruined the Leprechaun franchise. I really hate it.
Oh, dude, you keep going. I'll go when you're done.
No, dude, I don't think there's anything redeeming about this. Maybe a scene or so you could point out some funny shit, unintentionally, but dude, I really don't like this movie whatsoever.
Oh, dude,
I vehemently have a distaste for it.
Because I saw it for the first time this week, and I knew what I was getting myself into because I knew that he wasn't really the traditional leprechaun and all that stuff. But my mind was on the floor at how much I hated this fucking movie. It was, first of all, I committed the worst atrocity you can commit as a movie. It's boring. It's not fun to watch. It's not interesting even remotely. The characters are terrible. Boring. The dialogue is terrible. The music's terrible. Everything about it is terrible. It's not scary. The cinematography is just like disjointed and jarring and weird. Like you said, the look of the leopard. Why even call that thing a leprechaun? call it a goblin or something. Like, it's not a leprechaun. What a hokey piece of trash. And like they turned the saturation to like -40. So it looks just completely gray.
Right.
It's if like here's the thing, like WWE films, I'm not sure if they're considered a prestigious film studio, but if you got a name like WWE, right, and you're buying the rights to the Leprechaun franchise, why would you bother even making this piece of garbage? Like they had the chance to put some money behind it, do either get Warwick Davis back, I'm not sure if they tried or not, or hire somebody like the guy from Returns and make an actual event Leprechaun film. Why would they not do that? Versus like who in their audience did they think was going to like this movie?
Dude, it was a miscalculation.
Like Leprechaun 3 or In the Hood seems more like a WWE film than what I would expect them to make versus this movie. This seems like an attempt at art house trash.
This movie,
dude, I can't say enough worse things about this fucking movie.
Yeah,
I can't.
This movie unites. This is one of the last few horror movies that unites the entire movie community. I've never met anybody that likes it. I mean, I literally have not met anybody. Now we might get Good Morning Chan with a crystal skull for this. We don't know. He's got an eclectic taste. But Brandon, I can't even call this Leprechaun in the movie. We're gonna call him Slughorn.
Yeah,
this is Slughorn.
Deserved.
Brandon, I'm gonna give Leprechaun Origins. I've never done this before, but I'm actually gonna give it a 0 out of 10. No redeeming qualities.
Wow.
I'm going complete 0 out of 10.
Wow. Yeah, that's hard. That's hardcore. I'm gonna give it a strong 3, just because it is a movie. It has a start and a finish. It has a soundtrack, and it was produced. I'll give it at least a 3. But here's another thing. They got Slughorn. What the fuck is his name? Hornswoggle. He was a wrestler, right? A small person wrestler.
Dylan Postel's his name. He was a. I don't know if you call him a wrestler. He definitely was a performer. Like he was a manager type thing.
Right.
Would go to the ring with a wrestler and maybe help win a match for him, but he never actively had matches.
When was he in the fucking movie? Because I feel like that creature was bigger than he is. Like it's like a weird puppet looking thing.
That's another thing. I don't even know.
I couldn't even tell.
I feel like he was in I never watched the special features on this, and almost feel like they had him just in a green suit. And I don't know.
God, what a waste of time and money.
Anyway, let's see, Brandon. We got a 1 from Big K. We got a 0 from Good Morning. Wow, not this time. 0 out of 10, Brandon.
Good.
0 out of 10. 0.5 out of 10.
Damn.
Negative crystal skull.
Damn, I was being too generous with my 3.
You were, Brandon. I have not seen it, but I would just say 1.1 out of 10. Dalton gave it a 6.
Oh, he's lying. He meant -6.
Maybe. -0, 0. Rating, have not seen. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Leprechaun Origins gets a 1 out of 10, 5 out of 10 if I got supplies. 1 just because it's a movie. He was Vince McMahon's son for a bit. Yeah, that was funny. His illegitimate bastards. -4. 0.5. Stardust on video with a strong 6. I don't believe that for a second. 1 out of 10. 0. 2 out of 10 from Go Gotti. It's fictitious, does not exist. Let's see.
Try as ye will, try as you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads.
I almost feel like this movie shouldn't even count as part of the franchise because it's not connected. It's even less connected than Halloween 3 is to the rest of the Halloween franchise.
Right.
Why did they even bother calling this Leprechaun?
I don't know.
Like, call it Goblin. Whatever.
This was the biggest. Dude, WWE films could have had a good trajectory. They could have, because they started out, I wouldn't say hot, but they started out promising. Right? Like, I rewatched The Marine like maybe 2 years ago, and I'm telling you, I was surprised at how good of an action film I thought it was and its relevance of where it comes from. And The Condemned with Steve Austin was another pretty good movie.
I love it. I love that movie.
There's another movie Stone Cold did where he like does underground fighting when he gets out of prison. That's okay. I forget the name of it. But Stone Cold, I think he said he learned that movie making was not for him. He didn't like it. So now he does this podcast with WWE, and it's great. But Brandon, let's get back on track.
Yeah.
We're going to give this a 1 out of 10 as the median. So
well deserved.
This is of course, Brandon, the one time the people, well, me and you, if I give it a 0 and you gave it a 3, then the difference for us is a
1.5.
1.5. So we're still, what I say the audience score was?
1.
Okay, so they're still lower than us. All right, Brandon, let's get back on track. Next up, we have Leprechaun Returns. And Brandon, I decided to use the teaser trailer because I wanted to get your comments, criticisms, concerns on the teaser trailer as opposed to the Blu-ray slipcover with him on the front cover.
I really like this poster. I like the forest in the background. It's sort of ET-ish looking. The stars and stuff, the well. I think this is a hand-drawn poster art, I think. I don't think it's a photography thing. Right? It looks like it's an actual like sketch or a painting.
It looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it's like a
very cool,
painting.
Very stylish, sort of muted colors. I like it. I like the logo, the placement of the logos below it. Be careful what you wish for. It's all solid. It's solid. It's not like mind-blowing or not changing the game or anything, but it's symmetrical. It's yeah, it looks good. I like it. Nothing about it bothers my eye, and my eye is drawn to his hat and his face coming out of the well. I like it. It's good. It's a good poster.
Yeah, I like this a lot. I wish they would have kept this for the Blu-ray slip and everything, as opposed to.
What does the Blu-ray slip look like? Is it actually him on the cover?
Yeah, I'll show you. This is the Blu-ray.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah, it's not
bad.
as strong. It's not bad, but it's not as strong.
If anything, I like this picture on the back better with this like kind of wreath.
It's like a wreath. Yeah, that's way cool.
Brandon, do you mind if I start?
No, start.
So I was really excited for this movie. Because I've always been I've been a fan of Leprechaun always. I was gonna say always. I became a big fan when I watched Leprechaun 2 for the first time ever on Laserdisc. And so after that, no, that's not true. Before that, I had bought them all on DVD. I bought them all on DVD. And so thank you, Jaden. And I watched all of them and I had differing opinions on them. So I had been a big fan. And when I heard about this movie, I was really excited because I had such a bad taste in my mouth from Origins. I knew that nothing could be that bad again, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I heard that Warwick was not returning. I think he's semi-retired. I think he wants to pass the baton to somebody. I think he's ready to just not do that role because I think that makeup job is very, very difficult, especially for a little person to have to go through as you get older. So I understand why he doesn't want to do it anymore. I hadn't heard of Lyndon Porco before, the actor. So, I get ready to watch Leprechaun Returns. I took off work this one evening because it was premiering on Sci-Fi, which is where it premiered. And a lot of people, Brandon, were like, "Oh, that's not good," because they, I get it, because it's Sci-Fi isn't exactly a prestige, network. But I held hope. And so I watched it, and I got to say, I think this movie, I dare say, exceeded most people's expectations, which probably were not high. And I think it is a great I think it's a great restarting point. I think it's a great launching pad to move on. I like that they kind of go back to the original film. Wasn't necessary, but because we got to see Ozzy again, and his death scene was fantastic when you see his little feet come out of his stomach. And the person they got to do Jennifer Aniston's voice in this was spot on.
It was.
So I thought this movie was really fun. I think it's going to better well with age. It's going to age well, even in time, I think. and I really became a fan of it. So I think this is actually like, if I was going to rank these movies, which I think we are tonight, I'll save it for that because I think what you said you wanted to rank them. I actually really, really like Leprechaun Returns. So I'll save my rating. And I like the design of the Leprechaun on Lyndon. And I also like Lyndon's talking in this movie, because when you watch the movie, Lyndon has this really, really hard accent that he does where you really don't understand everything he says perfectly, but you'll pick up the last couple words or so, and then you put it all together in your head, like kind of like your drunk uncle when he starts rambling and you don't know what he's saying, and you hear the last couple words, and then you,
Right.
oh, I know what he's. I get the same effect with Lyndon in this movie, and I at first thought it was going to be an issue, but I actually found it really charming. And if they make another one, which apparently they are making another one, I would love for Lyndon to come back. He's got my vote of confidence, so I really enjoyed it. There are things I can pick apart, Brandon, but I think it's a good reset, a good enough reset, and I was pleasantly surprised with the movie. So that's my thoughts on Leprechaun Returns.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time this week. I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't really see the need for them to say all the other movies don't count. We're making a direct sequel to the first film, because in a way, like we said, they're all different leprechauns anyway. The stories aren't really connected in any real narrative way, so it doesn't really matter whether they exist or not. But I get the requel thing. They're trying to do the Halloween 2018 thing. But yeah, it worked. It felt like a real sequel to the first film. You know, the return of Ozzy, the same actor, Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, playing him again. That was cool. His death scene was cool. He looked really freaky as the ghost in the basement scenes and shit like that.
Yeah.
The deaths were really cool. I like the drone beheading. I like the guy getting cut in half with like the solar panel. That was cool. Some of the main characters were a bit annoying to me, but I get it. The characters were, they're college people, so I understand. Yeah, I thought Porco did a good job playing in the spirit of the Leprechaun. Not exactly, he wasn't mimicking Warwick in any way,
No, he did his
character-wise,
thing.
voice-wise, or yeah, he did his own thing. It's one of those movies. It's one of those sequels where it's a direct sequel. It's the same character from the first film, but like they're trying to just pretend he's always been like this, which I think is a better way than trying to have him imitate what came before. You know, there's kind of, this is how the Leprechaun always was in the first film kind of thing. If that makes any sense, what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But the redesign, they actually gave him explicitly sharp teeth, really green, like frog reptilian skin. Shanna watched bits and pieces of it with me, and she's like, he looks sort of Jeepers Creepers. I'm like, he does kind of. They gave him the long red hair. Like he had super vibrantly red Irish hair in this movie. His costume was way more gnarled. He just looked more like what I think if a little kid were thinking of a scary leprechaun, they'd probably picture something more like this dude than Warwick.
Wasn't there a shot of him like riding on the back of a pickup truck?
At the end, it ends with him getting picked up by a chicken truck.
Don't you love that?
It's pretty good. But what do you think? I haven't watched the special features, so maybe they explain this. Why did they redesign him so drastically instead of trying to do a Warwick impression?
You know what? I don't know. I think just naturally, let's say you were going to do a role that, look at every Jason. I mean, you could watch 5 frames of any movie and you could tell right away which Jason it is. I think it's that sort of thing that naturally, I think they I would not be surprised if I can't recall what the special features were, but I would not be surprised if Lyndon had a conversation with Warwick about it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Warwick was like, put your own, do your thing, give it your own spin, give it your own style, let the makeup help you guide you the way you think the character would be. So I think it was probably that, but like I said, he got my vote of confidence.
He was good. My only thing about it is, not to try and sound mopey about this, but Leprechaun, I get that it hasn't been a theatrical property in 30 years since the first.
It needs to be. Why not?
I feel like this movie, they had the opportunity, like I said, with the Halloween 2018 kind of direct sequel thing. If they were going to do this movie,
put it out in the theaters.
Throw another $10 million in there. Somehow, I get Porco did a great job, but they have the ability to make this an event movie. throw more money at it. Because she would return, I think, under the right circumstances.
No,
She would,
never.
I guarantee you. I don't care how
No.
much shit she's talked.
No.
If they said, here's $5 million, I bet you she would do it.
Oh, she wouldn't blink at $5 million. She wouldn't blink at $5 million.
Even if she didn't, Warwick Davis would have come back for the right amount.
Oh, Warwick would, yes.
Throw money at it, get a really crazy composer in there to do the music, make it a huge event movie, because people want event films again. And the cheesy it factor is sort of back now. Leprechaun could have been a huge theatrical property again.
I think if they do it, there could be a chance. But I think, honestly, the right way, my personal take, I think the right way to do it is a clean slate and just promote it right, make it special. You know, do the fun theater stuff, make the fun Leprechaun popcorn buckets, make the pot of gold with its popcorn, you know, make it a literal pot like this, make it black and have Leprechaun on it, and people could buy it, put popcorn in it. They can go to the theater eating their popcorn. Do that.
Dude,
everybody's loving
Leprechauns. Call it Leprechauns plural. Have Warwick in there, have Porco in there as his version, have everybody in there. Have like 3 or 4 or 5 different Leprechauns.
Yeah. I think the right thing to do is do if it's going to be a reboot, start from scratch. I don't think Aniston would even consider even talking about it for at least $25 million. At least $25 million.
God.
She wouldn't blink at $5 million. Wouldn't blink. You got to think about how much money she makes per movie just doing that Netflix crap she does with Sandler.
Does she?
Oh, dude, millions.
Oh,
millions.
God, her acting ain't worth that much, but yeah, yes.
She's one of those actresses that has just a diehard fan. Women, men love her. So, yeah, like Saturn says, why not? You know what? There could be something there. There could be something.
I would love it. Give us a bunch of versions of them at once.
I agree that Leprechaun would it wouldn't even be a fight if he fought Chucky. Leprechaun has magic.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, Brandon, what are you going to give Leprechaun Returns on the rating scale?
Let's see. What did I write down? So I know. I have it put down as 6.5 out of 10, just like the first movie. But I think I like it better than the first movie. I just think it's on the same caliber, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you mean. I'm gonna go 7 myself. Great resetting. Great way to pick things back up from the disastrous origins. Yeah. So I'm gonna go 7. You're gonna go 6.5. What do you say, audience? Let's rate Leprechaun Returns. Brandon, should I do a sequel where Leprechaun gets caught in the house and it's burning, and then he escapes, and then the lead actress is in the hospital the whole movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Leprechaun dies tonight. I love it. That movie came out in 2018, right? So it's already been a while since.
Yeah,
Leprechaun
2018.
Returns. Jesus Christ.
God, man. They need to do another one. It needs to be on 8K.
I heard something about a Western. Is that true? I heard somebody talking about a Western Leprechaun.
I don't know, dude. So I have a DVD somebody gave me. It's called Leprechaun's Game.
There's one called Leprechaun's Curse, too. I think it's the same series. I've seen them on Amazon Prime. I'm considering watching them and making some kind of a review for them. They look atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
In the best way.
Here we go, Brandon. 6, 7, 5, 7, 7, 8, 6.5, 7, 8, 9, 6, 6, 7, 9. Brandon, it looks like this one's going to be sitting at like a 7.5.
Yep.
7, 7.5, somewhere around there. Got some good ratings for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Leprechaun's Revenge, aka Red Clover. Mr. Dig gives it a 10. All right, Brandon. Do you want to do the ranking, or do you want to do the ranking? Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, you want me to go with my ranking first?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, least to favorite.
Least to favorite.
Origins.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going to go... This is tough. Origins, then I'm going to go... In the Hood, then Back to the Hood. Then I'm going to throw in probably Returns. Then I'm going to go Leprechaun. Then Leprechaun 2. Then Leprechaun 3. And at number 1 is Leprechaun 4 in space.
Nice.
It doesn't get much better than 4 in
Nice.
space. That's my rating, dude.
All right, that's good. That's solid. For me, my rating of Leprechaun franchise from least to best is Leprechaun Origins, obviously.
Yeah.
Leprechaun, the original. Leprechaun Returns. Leprechaun 2. Back to the Hood. Leprechaun 4. In the Hood. Leprechaun 3.
Leprechaun 3 at number 1. Yeah. See, I think that's the most, I think, look at this, though. Blu-ray Addict gave his rating, and he has Leprechaun in space at number 1.
He has Origins at number 2, though. He's lying. He's
Unless I'm reading this backwards.
I think Back to the Hood is his favorite.
I don't know.
Oh,
well, as people drop their rating, we've got 2 awards we're going to do tonight, guys. The first award, the fandom's favorite 4-leaf clover, even if they don't realize it, the most underrated Leprechaun film. Brandon, who do you give the most underrated Leprechaun film award to?
Back to the Hood.
Back to the Hood?
I think it's the most underrated. Not better than In the Hood or Space, but the most underrated one.
I would actually agree with that. Because
people seem to think it's just trash off the rip, I think, because of the title.
Yeah. I think people just stop because if they don't like 4, they're definitely not checking out those other ones.
Yep, I agree.
And I'm not going to say that 4 is underrated because I know that it takes a sick individual to really love 4 like I do. So I'm going to have some decency there. But I think In the Hood, if people would just watch it, they might say, oh, shit. And then we have the soul-sucking Shamrock, the most overrated. This is going to be interesting. The most overrated Leprechaun film. This is the one where it's just like, oh, shut up about it. This is tough, Brandon.
Not for me.
I know what your answer is.
Do you?
I think I do.
You want me to go or you want to go first? Hell yeah.
Go.
Now, I'm not saying the movie's bad by any means. I understand people's love for it. But I think the most overrated Leprechaun film, and Christian, I'm sorry, is Leprechaun 1. That's what I think is the most overrated. Overrated. I'm not saying it's a bad film by any means. I just think it's the most overrated. Like it's the one film in the series that everybody's like, oh man, you gotta, because I know part 3 is the fan favorite, but I feel like it's not overrated. It's perfectly rated, as Michael Scott would say.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it. If it made any fucking sense at all.
No, I understand. And in all seriousness, that's really kind of the only sensible answer, right? Because that's just the one that gets talked about in a grander sense, not in the sense of like the horror fan. But I'm actually going to say the most overrated is Origins because a lot of you guys gave way too high of a rating for Origins still.
That's true. Including me. Including me. I gave it the highest. I gave it a 3. I was the highest one.
If it wasn't that, I'd probably agree with you on the first one. But it's it's just a matter of fact answer, nothing disrespectful to the original film.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let's see what the chat is saying about it. Either 1 or 4. Overrated is 3.
No. Come on, Dalton.
3 is the most overrated. Space is overrated. The original, the first. The most overrated for me is Returns. Leprechaun 2, I'd say the original. Yeah, Brandon, I think people kind of have the same kind of mindset as us on that for the most part.
Good.
Brandon, when is St. Patrick's Day?
I think it's the 17th. I think it's next Saturday.
Okay, cool. So we were ahead of the curve. I was worried we were going to do the show after the holiday.
I think it's next Sunday. Let me see that real quick. St. Patrick's Day always on a Sunday. I don't know. I'm not Irish enough to know.
I should know.
Yeah, March 17th. So it's next Sunday.
Brandon, you want to ask the chat what they want for the April show?
Yeah, chat. What do you guys want for the April show?
I'm seeing somebody ask about subspecies. Brandon, you did mention kind of wanting to do a full moon show.
I think that would be a lot of fun, depending on what properties we'll be talking about. It'd be a lot of work. What I'm sort of enjoying, though, is like with Phantasm last month, it encouraged me to go back and watch that whole franchise again. With this one, with Leprechaun, I had to go back and do my homework and make sure I'd seen them all again. Some of them I had never seen at all. So it's sort of forcing me into watching stuff I haven't watched in a while or haven't seen at all. So I'm sort of digging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm seeing Critters 2 Easter show, Chucky franchise. I thought we did that.
We haven't done a Chucky franchise yet. That would be a baller episode. It would be. That would be a huge one.
Planet Dirty action movies.
Action movies. Dreamscape says Evil Bong franchise or Ginger Dead. Those are sort of fused now, right? Like those two franchises coexist together now, right? Ginger Dead Man and Evil Bong.
In a way, because look at this.
They crossed over or something. That's right. You had that crazy ass box set. Jesus Christ.
Let me find it.
My pregnant fiance is on the couch snoring. If you guys are hearing any kind of weird noises.
Let me see if I can show you this, Brandon. The artwork on this is insane. Ginger Dead Man versus Evil Bong.
Dude, I love it.
And Hell rode with them. Tommy Chong is in the first Evil Bong.
That's right. There's like 7 movies, right?
Yes.
Well, it's weird because come the April show, we'll have the new Bambino here whenever we do it. So that'll be great. I'll get to hold her up like the Lion King on the show.
Dude, that'd be great.
That'll be cool.
And like, guys, I told Brandon, because he's having his second kid next month, if we need to take a break, we can. But Brandon made it sound like doing them once a month makes it a lot easier. And quite frankly, he'd probably look forward to it even more for the getaway, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it'll be easy. I think it'll be easy to plan because it'll be once a month. Like I would be down to do 10 of them a month, but in this circumstance, the one a month will work better because I'll be able to plan it. It'll be easier to plan with the new Bambino in the house. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
she'll be here between, I guess, any time now, really. She could pop at any moment now between now and April 6th.
Dude, what if it happens while we're live?
It would be hilarious.
Can you leave your computer on and I'll just talk to your wall?
Yeah, and I'll live stream on a second window on my phone to the hospital as we get there and stuff.
Do you realize how much views that video would get from?
Oh, it'd be insane. Florida man crashes car in the river because it would be chaos.
Florida man streams pregnancy drive to the hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Cops chasing me and stuff. But yeah, dude, it'll be a good time. I think we should probably for safekeeping, maybe do it a little bit mid-month towards Easter because Easter's on the 30th. No, Easter's on March 31st. It's not even in April this month or this year. That's crazy.
It's the end. Brandon, let's
Easter
do it
this month.
Do you want to? Let's do a poll because we can figure this out. Let me make a poll for the show for April. All right, the first option is full moon. Or is that too broad?
Would you want to do full moon in its entirety, or do like
no? It would have
like subspecies, doll man, puppet master.
I would call it this full moon golden era. So basically 89 through 95.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Then we could do like
Paramount
versions of it.
Yeah, because we could talk about Robot Wars, we could talk about Doll Man, we could talk about Demonic Toys, we could talk about Subspecies, we could talk about Lurking Fear. All the stuff during the golden era.
We talk about Wizard Video and all that weird shit.
You want to do a show called you want to do a Charles Band show where we could talk about we could make the first half of the show Empire movies, right? We could talk about Wizard Video. We could look up pictures of the big boxes on the show. and then we can talk about some of the Empire titles we love, and then we can get into Full Moon. And if it does well and people like it, we can do Charles Band Part 2 down the road. We don't have to do it the next month. We can do it 4 or 5 months later.
Yeah.
But then we could talk about, post Full Moon.
It would be fun as long as you gave me a list of movies that I would need to watch to hit the certain eras.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't. Yeah, we could probably work that out. That would be a lot of fun.
Like, have you seen Ghost Town? The poster.
I have. Yeah, I love that movie. I have it on VHS.
Dude, go grab the VHS because I want people to see the poster art on that VHS. Because I love this. I love this shit. Guys, if you don't mind, drop a like real quick while we're still hanging out for a few minutes. I'd appreciate that. We got 92 likes. We're doing good. We almost got 100 likes. If we can get 100 likes, that would be kick ass. Yeah, hold on, Brian. Let me make you bigger. Dude, look how good that artwork is. Brandon, that's probably like a $25 VHS tape. Maybe about 20 in that condition. Maybe a little less. But that artwork is iconic.
New World Video. It's a little bit blurry, I know. I apologize.
And does it say Empire? Does it say Empire Pictures anywhere on the back? Or
it says New World Video. Empire Pictures presents a Charles Band production, Ghost Town.
Dude, that movie is classic. I have a 88 Films Blu-ray because the Scream Factory Blu-ray went out of print like that.
Yep, and the villain is the same guy who plays Andre Toulon in the original Puppet Master. So very bizarre.
Good. So good.
And just for posterity's sake, I'll hold these up real quick.
Ragdoll, Mama's in a new V. Look at that. You got the Blockbuster sticker on that one.
Yeah, this is the previewed Blockbuster, and this is the screener.
Dude, go grab your Ragdoll. Where's your Ragdoll?
It's in the bedroom.
Okay, you don't have to go do that.
It's up in the closet.
Brandon,
I'm gonna do a whole.
Can you tell me about the Five Nights at Freddy's love all of a sudden?
I saw the movie when I was in North Carolina. I think I told you about it. I was watching it on streaming.
Carolina.
During the last vacation in October. I watched 3/4 of it. I liked it enough. I wasn't blown away by it, as I don't think any of us were really by that movie. It wasn't terrible. I just wasn't blown away by it.
I gotta watch it again. I like Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, he's good. And I got sometime in like January of this year, maybe December. I think it was December. I came across like a 3-hour lore video about it. Some guy explaining a big video essay about all the stories and stuff. And it got me really sucked into it, of the lore and stuff. And I just sort of fell in love with all of it. And it was a lot more complicated and intricate than I thought it was. And there's a lot more scary elements to it than I thought. I thought it was just sort of like a stupid kids franchise. I didn't realize it was so adult, I guess, for lack of a better phrasing. Like there was a lot of like murder and just crazy, a lot of lore, a lot of cool stuff. And I started doing some character history and further video essays, and I sort of fell in love with the whole franchise. I'm sort of coming out of it now, but I bought the game pack to try and play the original 3 games because I heard it was really scary. Yeah. Pretty scary stuff.
Oh, I see you went the whole kit and caboodle on the wall. It looks good.
It's a nice poster. Isabella loves it. I might put it in her room afterwards, but yeah, it's good stuff.
So Brandon, I guess if the audience, guys, do you like that idea? We can call it the Charles Band. I don't know, the Charles Brand. What are we gonna drink? Are we gonna eat or drink anything?
I don't know.
I guess we can figure that out. Brandon, I have an idea on how to end this episode, but if you don't want to do it, I totally get it because I'm asking you this out of the blue.
What's that?
Could I send you? Can you take your cell phone and open the stream on your phone and you show the people in real proximity the pumpkins in your freezer?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna do it?
I'll take you on the journey.
Okay, you guys ready? Yeah, here we go.
Okay,
really quick, man. Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm gonna give them the ad real quick. Guys, t-shirt $16, pin comment.
Try thee will, try you might. The butterman will be naked and afraid all night. But fear not, lucky lads. You don't have to be naked and afraid when you have the new limited edition St. Patty Days Planet Dirty shirt. You must have a 4-leaf clovers up ye ass. Because these shirts are now on sale for only $16. Happy St. Patrick's Day, lads.
Up yes. Try the will, try the will, try the might.
All right, so what do I do?
All right, so open up the link on your phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute you now. That way, your audio is not bleeding into your phone. We're gonna have to see the pumpkins, guys. I'm sorry, say that again.
It's not wanting to work.
Let me resend you the link.
Tap 3 dots at the top.
I'm gonna resend you.
I think I got it. Hold on a second.
Just pull up your messenger.
I'm in here now, Christian. I'm in.
Okay.
You should see me going in there.
As soon as I see you, I'll bring you in. Is it asking you to sign in Facebook or something? All right, here we go. All right, Brandon.
See a lot more chins on this. All right, so hold on a second. I'm going to plug my headphones into the bottom of this phone.
You guys ready for this?
Technology is not.
Guys,
can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We have 3 likes away from 100, guys. Get us right there because we're about to see pumpkins. 98 likes. Come on, hold on, Brandon. 2 likes. We need 2 likes. I'm refreshing the page. Give me 2 more likes.
Hey, there's a pregnant fiance on the couch. Wave.
Hey, Shannon.
Hey. Everybody sits high. She's ready to pop.
Look at the movie shelf, Brandon. Dude, you got some movies. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. This is a horror film. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, we're in the basement. Is that last year's and the year before?
Yeah, here's from our pumpkin show last October.
Is he sinking?
He's a little bit weird.
Oh my God.
And this guy's from 2022, as you guys know.
Brandon, should we go look at my pumpkin real quick now?
Oh, yeah. Dude, by the way, these are the best popsicles on the planet. I highly recommend these popsicles. These things are fire.
Let's see. Swirl sticks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, Brandon, can you hear me?
I can.
All right. I'm making a move too. All right, hold on. Let me pull our computers out. All right. We're going to go look at my freezer now.
Excellent.
Chat, you still with us? Oh, Brandon, here's a sneak peek on the new game room, or the new movie room.
Nice.
The virtual boy.
Look at that.
All right.
Should. The flashlight's in the shed, though. What was that noise?
That's my alarm.
Oh.
Dude, it's crazy how they just, you know.
Yeah, I feel like they'll keep forever. You know what I mean? Like, there's no mold on mine.
Yeah. Bring like
apparently you can like freeze. Oh, those are the best. We just got a whole stock load of those too. Yeah, summer's coming. Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, you guys want to see something even crazier? You want to come out here too? So watch this. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but real quick, and I'll shut up about it. You guys still with me?
Yeah. Oh, Brandon, you might have froze.
Can you still see me?
Yeah, I can now.
Oh, you guys can't see it. It's too dark. It's the big derelict house behind me. The haunted house.
Oh man, you got a flashlight?
Ah, damn it, it's in the shed. You know, I'll go to the shed. I'll go to the shed and get the flashlight. If you want to go on this venture with me real quick, because I think the audience will probably want to see this.
Yeah, if the chat wants to take the trip, I think we
I gotta go get the flashlight from the shed.
never know what happens on Planet Dirty.
Oh yeah, we're getting crazy tonight. We promised them 2-hour shows. We're going to deliver. All right, I might lose feed for a second, so I'm going across the street to my shed. So bear with me if I do.
Okay.
Also, if I get murdered, I'll be on live stream. So that.
Oh shit, he's on. Hey Brandon, turn off your Wi-Fi on your phone if you have your Wi-Fi on, because you're probably going to lose signal. We're losing him, guys. He's dead.
How about now? Am I back?
Yeah, like I said, if you walk away from your house with your Wi-Fi on, your signal's going to get weak.
You're in the Tabata shed, guys.
Oh hell yeah! Wow, look at all the pumpkins. Dude, that's awesome.
Anyways, let's go look at this thing.
You got the flashlight?
Yeah, I'm going to get fucking arrested.
Is it legitimately abandoned?
Yeah, it's derelict as hell. They came by and cut the grass earlier today for the first time in like 6 months. Huh?
Oh shit, Brandon, I'm scared. Holy shit. Dude, that house is...
Isn't that crazy?
Are we going in?
Oh, fuck no.
At least not on stream.
Oh, yeah, hell no. Here's the other house across the street. It's also derelict.
Holy shit.
Yeah, same property. But yeah, dude. All right. I'll lock up the shed real quick and get back into the actual stream.
Brandon, have you ever seen Kung Fu Panda?
Have I what?
Have you ever seen Kung Fu Panda?
I have not, no.
I'm just wondering.
Oh shit, what the fuck's my key?
The Butter Witch Project.
There we go. Yeah, it's crazy that we saw a dead body tonight. What a crazy ass way to start my Saturday night.
Hell yeah, dude. We can see how haunted my backyard looks from the wood. The Blair
Let's
Witch
do it.
Project. All right, let me find the flashlight. All right, here we go. I know where our flashlight's at. I got a little ring light thing I can take with me. My backyards are fucked. Oh, Brandon, did you hear the South Park movies coming to 4K?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm excited.
I saw that in theaters when it came out somehow. Crazy.
It's one of the most sought after Laserdiscs.
I've never been a huge South Park guy, but I enjoyed the first couple seasons. I sort of fell off after that, though.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Ready? Uh-oh, I think you froze. Or did I freeze? There we go. Christian, can you make yourself big? There we go. Excellent. You got the Nightmare on Elm Street 2 lighting. I like it.
Yeah, see that? It just kind of illuminates the deck. Dude, look how dark it is out here. Holy shit.
Do you live like on the woods or no?
Dude, I live in the fucking woods.
That's awesome.
Here's my haunted shit. Watch this, Brent. You ready?
I'm ready.
You really think I'm playing? My shit's haunted. Are you ready?
I love it. Look at that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's so sick.
What the fuck is that? Oh yeah, it's fucking creepy out here.
I can
It's
imagine.
big. I can't see anything. Yeah, I just watched Willow Creek.
Is that movie good?
Yeah, a Bigfoot. It's fucking creepy.
Oh, I've never seen that movie. Willow Creek. No, I'm thinking of Boggy Creek. I haven't seen Boggy Creek in a long time. But Willow Creek I've heard about.
Willow Creek's good.
It's new, right?
All right, Brandon. Yeah. So this is kind of morbid, but about right here is where my dog was buried. The one that we had to cancel that one night.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where the stuffed cat was buried right here.
I'm telling you, dude. So back here, I'll hear shit back here all the time. Like weird high-pitched sounds. Now, this is my... Now, I'm going to look over and see what we see. You see anything?
No. That's gnarly. Is that just woods?
Woods.
That's awesome. You got to shoot a horror movie back there.
No, dude, I get creeped out back here so bad. Like, if I wasn't doing this on video, I would be freaking out right now.
Oh, really?
I hate this shit.
I can imagine. Yeah, because who knows what's in those woods?
Oh, dude,
Could be squatters. Who the hell knows?
bodies. Let me see if I have another hanging clown. To me, that shit's not kind of freaky, though.
Oh, it's really freaky. I love it.
All right. Dude. Dude, that is. Now, Brandon, I can really make people be like, holy shit, if I'll go inside this shed because I have a bunch of life-size animatronics in there.
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay. See, look at this shit. Just fucking woods.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Empty. Just nothing. All right. We'll do this real quick. All right, Brandon, you ready?
I'm ready. I think you're breaking up.
You hear me?
Opening the. No, I can. No, I can. Opening the door. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's hardcore. These things are just chilling in your shed, huh? Yeah, you should put these out in the bedroom. That's a freaky looking Freddy, man. Go up to Freddy. Go closer to Freddy. Yeah, he's weird looking, man. Expendables. Nice. Oh, is this the video store set that you had for a while, way back in the day, or no?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Is that place air conditioned or no?
No, it's too far gone to try to. It would cost me a fortune to climate control this and fix it up.
Be careful with those VHS tapes, so they get white mold on them in the humid.
Oh, I'm sure they're bad by now.
Oh god. Yeah, that was awesome. Back to the house. Hell yeah. That's too good.
And
Uh-oh. Guys, I think we lost Christian. Oh, I hear something. There we go.
all right, you hear me?
I can.
I think that's a good way to end it, Brandon.
I do too.
I want to thank everybody for watching, and stay tuned because I think me and Brandon can try to play a video game stream down the road.
Yes.
We can figure it out.
We will figure it out.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching. God bless you. And this was the March Planet Dirty. Happy St. Patty's for the month.
Indeed.